you must be pretty thrilled with that victory in the throwdown. You can sense a bit of a relief amongst the fans getting that win against United.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, first off, we're happy with the win, for sure. I thought the guys did a great job of coming up with a good response. It just happened to be Melbourne United coming off the game the other night. We were looking for a response because we weren't our best. I think we all knew that, and yeah, just super proud of the collective group and the fight from the guys. And yeah, it was a good game, great crowd. Believe it or not, this is the first time I'm looking at the box score. This stuff doesn't. It matters for sure. I understand it, but it matters like how we show up to play. And when we play like that, we're a tough team to beat.
Where do you rate that win in terms of since you've been at Phoenix? It must be up there with having Malik out and Owen out, and coming back 2 or 3 days after a overtime loss.
Yeah, that's. I know that Melbourne's is the benchmark for everybody this year, and we're happy we beat them for sure. I mean, we've lost to them twice this year, but it didn't matter who we played today. We needed to show a reaction from the way that we played the other night, because that's not our team. And I think the guys, I mean, Wes can answer that, but again, I think they knew that wasn't our best, and that's not what we're about. And so again, that's what I'm most proud about today, besides just getting a win against Melbourne United.
0-4 against the top two coming in. Was that a bit of validation for the boys that they are up there and ready to mix it with the best?
Again, I'm sure it was in the back of everybody's mind, but it's not something we talked about as a collective group. I'm going to sound like a broken record. We could have played any of the other 9 teams in the league today, and when you're not your best, and we weren't the other night, it was more about that. Again, and now you have to have a response and a reaction against the best team in the league. So again, it's always good to do that, and again, we'll take the win, but we have to build on this. You can learn from losses, and more than you can learn from winning. You kind of everyone knows this, but you find out more about your team and yourself after a loss or a little bit of adversity. And I like the reaction that we had tonight from the group.
Despite all the moving pieces in the team, it seemed like a very clean performance. Everyone was. The jigsaw pieces worked. Yeah,
it's the approach. The guys were locked in yesterday to the scout. Each assistant, Triggs, Luke Brennan had this one. Each assistant coach has a scout for each game, and the guys were prepared well, and they were locked in yesterday. And it's the approach. It was from yesterday where they were locked in, and again, I think we controlled the game for the most part. They had some runs, but we absorbed those, and every time they had a little run, we fought back and kind of stuck with our lead.
You must be pleased to have 6 players in double-figure points.
You probably think I'm kidding. I haven't looked at this till just now. So I know Wes is playing really well. He's the guy sitting beside me right now. He's been a real great boost for our team. But yeah, we had several good performances tonight. I mean, I could go down the list, but Ketchalier coming in, giving us big minutes. JB got in foul trouble in the first half. DJ Mitchell came out and gave us a real good spark, not just at the end of the game, but at the end of the second quarter. Hunter Maldonado hasn't played in quite some time. He played the other night. Sobes, really carried us a little bit in the third quarter. So again, I can go on and on. Jordy Hunter had a good game. Gus, I think, was plus. I just saw this somewhere. Angus Glover was plus 30. Again, we need everybody. We need the sum of our parts, and we just need everybody to stay ready. And again, we need to build from the other night. It was great to get this win tonight, but we have to focus on whoever is next, and after that, and so on.
I know you don't want to focus on individuals, but Nathan keeps hanging into that MVP conversation, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look, Sobes is having an awesome season, and we need him to do that. And I've made no bones about it. Like, we kind of follow his lead, and yeah, he's playing really good basketball. But I'm sure, I know if you ask Sobes about that, he doesn't care about that. He wants to win, and that's all his focus is. But he's having an MVP-like season for sure.
Wes, could you understand how important is a victory over United for Phoenix fans? I mean, saw you pumping up the crowd in that last quarter.
Yeah, it was just a great atmosphere. The energy in the building was off the charts. We're giving the crowd that type of energy, and they're returning the favor by giving us the energy as well. So, that goes hand in hand, and I think throughout the whole building, it was just contagious for everybody.
Can I just, sorry.
For sure.
I probably should have led with that. Our fans were awesome tonight. It's great having Sunday 2 o'clock, 2:30 games, man. We have those 2:30 games, we sell out. So credit to the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix faithful. That was great.
Awesome.
Over 10,000 too.
Crazy.
It's great.
Good day in the office today.
Yeah, and are you feeling a little bit more comfortable now after a few weeks with the team?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I was just telling somebody, you know, I think this is a little over 2 months for me. You know, sometimes every player, it takes different times, you know, to get adjusted. But, you know, I finally feel like I'm here. I got my feet down on the ground. And, you know, after a win like this, it's just something you want to keep building off of, you know, personally and as a team.
Did the break come at the right time for you, Wes, just to sort of maybe you can spend a little bit of time away from things and just get your feet under you?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I used the break to help myself get more adjusted, not just to the team but to the city. You know, so it was great having that time off, kind of doing more things around the city, seeing more things, and just you know, hanging out with my teammates as well during the break. So that goes a long way in playing the game of basketball and being on the court with those guys.
Josh, did you put an emphasis on physicality tonight? Like it was chippy, especially in that first half, or do you not need to when you come into a game like this?
Well, anytime you play Melbourne United, if you don't, we talked about throwing the first punch because, you know, again, they're a very physical team. They're very good on the defensive side, and we just talked about absorbing their physicality and their runs. Both times we played them previously, we've been right there, but we haven't been able to, you know, absorb the big knockout punch. And I thought tonight our guys were tremendous collectively, from the guys that were out on the floor to the guys that were on the bench, and we had good energy. So, but yeah, it was definitely a focus handling their physicality and their pressure.
Josh, do you know when the guys, when the guys walk in and you see the first of them for the day that they're on like they were tonight?
You have a feeling. I don't think, as a coach, I don't think you ever really know, because that's how basketball is. But you have a good feeling. I've also had bad feeling before, and you have a good performance, or you have a good feeling and you have a bad. But I had a good feeling about tonight. And again, I have all the confidence and the belief in this team when we show up with the right approach and the right mindset, and we're playing for each other. Like we're a really good team.
What was the message halfway through that second quarter where United sort of started to make a little bit of a run and then cut it back to 5 and you guys called timeout?
We had, I think, 3 turnovers and 4 possessions in that clip or series, and it was, you know, just refocus, recalibrate, and get shots up. When we got shots up, we were creating quality looks at the basket. We just needed to get shots up on the rim.
Was that a growth area in your team? Because there's been games where you've had a quarter where it's gone a bit pear-shaped for you. This time you were able to nip it in the bud quite quickly?
Yeah, I think so. You know, we talked about playing a complete 40 minutes against these guys because we hadn't done that yet this year. And so, yeah, you could say that's something that – but it doesn't matter who you play, whether you play Melbourne United or Tassie Next or Perth or whoever, Adelaide, Cairns. You have to – if you don't play for 40 minutes or you don't show up with the right approach, you're going to get beat. And I think – a little bit, not to go back to but we saw that the other night. So.
You go on the road for a few days now, Josh. You head down to Terrelga, which is always a big part of the season for your group. But to sort of come together and go on that road trip after you come away with a big win like this, does that help when you go into unfamiliar surrounds on Wednesday?
It's a home game. No, it's good. We're excited to go down to Terrelga. We were there last year. The fans are great down there. We were down there just a couple weeks ago. They're really excited for us to be down there. But yeah, I think we just have to go in, again, how we had the approach after this Illawarra game, coming into this Melbourne United game, we got to take it one game at a time. Tasmania is a really good team, and then obviously New Zealand's playing really good basketball. But we'll take it first on Wednesday, and then we'll worry about the next one.
What's the update with the 2 injured guys? When do we expect to see them back?
We're going to hopefully see them back soon. Again, it's not my area of expertise. I was just talking to our medical staff. We wanted to do the smart thing by these guys because they're very important pieces to our team, and hopefully sooner rather than later. But I think it's going to be, you know, game to game, day to day.
Josh, you challenged DJ Mitchell this season to be, you know, better defensively, and then he comes out tonight in 5 minutes and, you know, goes 5 or 6 and hits 14 points.
No, it was awesome to see. I mean, it was a lot of fun, too, especially at the end there. But I just said, yeah, everybody's going to talk about what he did at the end of the game, but he came out and was ready to go and gave us 2 or 3 really big minutes at the end of the first half. And he's a really good player. It's you know, what happens sometimes as a coach, it's tough to play everybody. But he's staying ready, and his time will come. That's usually how it works if you stay ready, stay focused, and that's also why he got rewarded at the end of the game, because he's ready to go.
Happy guys. Wrapping up. Thank
Good.
you very much.
Awesome.